It's been quite the week, and thankfully there does seem to be some good news. Hey, what's up? I'm Rafael di Furia, aka Rafi D is me, and I am back at it again on another beautiful Friday night. So for those of you who do keep up with what's going on here in Italy about Jure Sanguinis and Italian Dual Citizenship and the news surrounding it, I'm sure you will be quite familiar with what has been going on the past week. If you're unfamiliar with what's been going on, the best place to get the information in English will for sure be the Facebook group Dual US Italian Citizenship. It's very easy to find. If for whatever reason you can't find it, send me a message and I'll be happy to send you a link. On that post in the Dual Citizenship group, there were a few of you who mentioned that you would be interested to hear my opinion, so this is the video where I'm going to share my thoughts on the situation. But quickly, for those of you who aren't so familiar with what's been happening, recently a document was released, a proposal of sorts. The document covered a number of subjects that have to do with immigration. The first part was talking about people seeking refuge in Italy when we're talking about people who are interested in coming to Italy for humanitarian reasons. There was a proposal made for making this a bit more strict, but then there was a part of the document that started referring to Jure Sanguinis, an acquisition of Italian citizenship by birth. And just like it has been in the past, the subject of generational limits was brought into question. And to fast forward a little bit, people are now saying that Salvini has directly said that there will not be any limitations put in place. But I do think that it is worth speaking about because this has been brought up before, and it is my personal opinion it will not be the last time it will be brought up. But before we get too much deeper into the video, if you would like to see more content like this about Italian citizenship, moving to Italy, and more, please be sure to subscribe with that notification bell turned on, and if you could also give this video a like, I would really appreciate it, as it does help out the channel. When I first saw this information, immediately something did not make sense to me. It was very strange that the two subjects of refugees and Jure Sanguinis would be brought up in the same document. I spoke with friends of mine who work in the field of Italian law, and things just didn't make sense to them. I also spoke to a friend of mine who is a politician for the Lega Party, and this person said that the information didn't make sense to them as well. Just something rubbed them the wrong way about it, and they started becoming a bit concerned too. I tried to make contact with other people throughout the Italian government with only limited success, and it was looking like I was going to be able to interview somebody for this video, and in the end it ended up falling through. But in the future I do hope at some point to be able to do an interview with somebody who is in the Italian parliament, but the difficult thing is just getting schedules to work. What first really didn't make sense to me was that I had been under the impression that according to Italian law, everything that they spoke about here would just be simply not possible. Not only that, but it would seem to throw the whole system upside down, and in my own personal opinion, potentially call into question the citizenship of every Italian citizen. I'm not saying my opinions are 1000% correct, I'm just saying these were my initial impressions based on what I was reading. And then on top of that, when I spoke with people who work professionally in the field of Italian law and politicians, things just even more so seemed to be very strange to me. Even more so because of where this was seeming to come from. In the past, the question of citizenship acquisition by birth has always seemed to be brought up by the left-leaning parties. We have a center/center-right coalition in power currently. And this would be seeming to fall into the realm of where Mr. Salvini has a pretty big say on what's going on. And because Mr. Salvini was center-right, this is why it didn't make sense to me that this question was being brought up. In the end, he ended up saying there will not be any limits. But we only know that there won't be any limits for as long as he is in office. It's very possible we could get another government in the future that says, no, we want to change the system. And in my personal opinion, after going through this process for quite a few years and seeing the rules change a few times, I think it's not a question of if limits will happen or if the system will be changed. The question is, when? I understand very well that applying in Italy is not realistic for everybody. But one of the reasons why I'm so adamant that it is better to do it that way if you can is because yes, the process should in theory be shorter. Because when you're going through this, you want the process to be as quick and simple as possible. The longer that the process gets drawn out, the more chances that there are of the rules being changed and potentially you being affected. Yet again, another reason why I would really love to see a non-governmental organization that can step in place to be able to process these files as fast as possible. And keep in mind with what I'm about to say, these are not my political opinions. It's just my opinion of, if you look black and white at the particular situation on paper, who looks the most friendly to the Jure Sanguinis community, the people who are interested in the dual citizenship process. In my personal opinion, the Lega party would actually be the most friendly. I'm not saying that I totally agree with Salvini. I'm not saying that I think he's perfect. I'm not saying vote for him or don't vote for him. All I am saying is that currently, the party that I personally believe would be the most friendly to this community would be the Lega. I'm not saying because they lean left or right or whatever. What I'm saying is because of what they've been talking about and the beliefs of their top politicians, that it is probably most likely. And I'm only speaking about the subject of dual nationality and reacquisition of citizenship, or as this process really is the late birth registration. So you're not really reacquiring anything. And because it's unknown for how long this government will stay in place, it's best to do the process as soon as possible so that you know that this government is saying, okay, we're okay with this, we are happy to have you, but we don't know what's going to be with the next government or even the next leader of Lega. But I'm not saying that applying in Italy is the only option. Applying in America, of course, is another option. This is what I spoke about in past videos, even last week's video. It's very important to remember, yes, there is absolutely more than one way to do this. There are faster ways and there are slower ways. There are faster consulates and there are slower consulates. There are faster comuni and slower comuni as well. There are places that are more strict and places that are more lenient. Even this idiom may not totally fit, but a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. We know we have this now, but we don't know what the future will hold. There is no guarantee that has been made. There is no time like the present. And it's not just this subject that I personally believe that applies to. I think there is no time like the present applies to almost everything. And whether you agree with Mr. Salvini or not, I am personally of the belief that he is going to be the politician that might help you the most in this case. I'm not saying he's going to be the best for all cases, but when we're talking specifically about Jure Sanguinis, I think he'll help the community the most. I hope. This is a very difficult subject, and there are so many nuances to this. And even if there are specific questions about this, it can be difficult to answer because there are so many unknowns, and the only answers that there are as to whether you are eligible for citizenship in this moment. And even then, what qualifies eligibility changes depending on who you're speaking to. Even if you're at the same consulate and you have two different clerks, the definitions can change. This is another piece of the puzzle about why my process took so long. Regardless of which direction you believe, I think this is going to be a very interesting time, not only in world history with everything going on, but specifically in Italian history. Things seem to be changing, but let's see where those changes lead us. Anyway, this video, more than ever, this subject more than ever, I would love to hear what you all have to say about this. What do you think? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? If you disagree with me, why do you disagree with me? I would love to hear. I am always open to hearing all different opinions, whether I agree with them or not, because even maybe I'm wrong about something, and maybe there's a point that I haven't considered. And if I am ever wrong about anything, I have no problem to admit it. I think it's important to evaluate and reevaluate your standpoints and constantly question your own beliefs. Otherwise, why do you believe in them? You need to have a reason to believe in something, in my opinion. But maybe I'm preaching here. Come to the motherland, land of the dolce vita, and la bella vita awaits you. The pizza, the pasta, and the amore are here, awaiting in the land of your forefathers. Anyway, if you would like to see more content like this about Italian citizenship, moving to Italy, and more, please be sure to subscribe with that notification bell turned on, and if you could also give this video a like, I would really appreciate that. Please consider becoming a monthly patron over on rafaeldifuria.com/Patreon, or if you would like to help out just one time, please feel free to visit rafaeldifuria.com/support. And as always, I'm Rafael Di Furia, aka Rafi D is me. Thank you for joining me on another beautiful Friday night. I look forward to seeing you all next Friday. Hope you all have a great weekend. Later.